I'd like to welcome you to this week's report. Today is Thursday, April 4th. We've got some lousy weather here today and tomorrow. Not much improvement over the weekend. Should be a little bit better Saturday and Sunday, but it's going to be blowing out enough that I wouldn't count on being able to go anywhere. As you can see, I'm being joined today by Katie. She's being a little rambunctious, and my wife just went to go do something with her friends and left me with her, and she was attacking the other dogs. I don't want to get it eaten, so she's joining me here. Hopefully she'll relax her sack and stay quiet here, but she's doing a lot better after her surgery, which is good news, and back to causing trouble. So anyway, yeah, lousy weather this weekend. We knew it was coming, talked about it last week. The rest of the week, next week, and into next weekend looks pretty good, though. So that bodes well for things to come. And we can definitely look forward to that. And hopefully conditions will settle down a bit, water temps will rebound, and we can actually get back to catch some fish. But, hey, plenty of stuff happened this week, and let's go to the map, check it out. So starting at the Channel Islands as normal here. Quite a bit of coverage up there this week due to the rockfish opener. One of the problems with the rockfish opener is they had some new rules that were coming out. They related to calicos conservation area depths. They related to the number of reds you can keep and all that stuff. But yeah, Fish and Game couldn't get their, Department of Fish and Wildlife could not get their act together in time to have the rules in place before the opener. So we're still fishing on last year's rules for now, which means that you can't fish any deeper than 240 feet. In a calicos conservation area, and the good news is you can still keep 4 reds until they change their mind on that. But yeah, the boats up there mostly fishing Santa Cruz and Santa Rosa Islands, having good rock fishing. They're also getting some halibut. I know the Aloha Spirit was out the other day. My buddy Danny Erickson from the New Del Mar had a charter. Took his family out there catching halibut. They had a bunch. They caught them on A-rigs, all kinds of stuff. They caught some really nice rockfish as well. I know the boats out of Santa Barbara doing the same thing. I think it was the Stardust or I don't remember the name of the other boat that runs out of there. My apologies. Had some halibut, some nice rockfish up there. So yeah, it's going to be blowing up there for a while though. So I looked at the weather. It's not going to be... A lot of the stuff's not going to be fishable this weekend. Some areas will be on a sport boat. It won't be pleasant, but it'll be in the air. Well, let me take that back. It won't be pleasant in the areas you want to be fishing, but there's still areas that are fishable. So if you're going out this weekend, I'm sure you'll still catch some fish. San Nick got looked at again by the Eldorado. They're still fishing in the less than 240 feet of water and catching similar stuff to what they've been catching in previous years out there. Saw a little video TJ the captain put out this morning of them out there fishing, and I'm sure the weather's not nearly as nice as it was then. It didn't look that great this morning. So yeah, if you want to go to Nick, I'd wait till at least Monday or Tuesday, and I'm sure the boat won't be running before then anyway. Clemente got some coverage. I think the Fury at Adena Point fished there. They had some rockfish, some nice lings. They had a couple of really small yellows and some bonita. Those yellows, they might be their first sign of those small yellows we get during El Nino a lot. That 2015-16 run of fish we got was very exceptional because they were so big. In previous El Ninos, a lot of those fish are small. I think the 1998 El Nino, 10-pounder was a big fish. So something to keep in mind. Benny Florentino went to the island, I think yesterday or the day before, with Joey Shimizu from Tatty Lures and Scott Manson, who wrote the Tatty Lures book, which I got my copy of in the mail, by the way. Thanks, Scott. Really nice book to look through. A lot of stuff, like a nice big coffee table book. So if you've been thinking about getting one, I'd definitely check it out. But they caught a bunch of calicos, mostly on a jig. Go figure, being those 3 guys. But looks like a decent day. They say they got hammered pretty bad with the weather coming home. It's kind of part of the course. Talked to Mitch on Blackfish Charters out of Davies Locker. He fished Clemente on the opener with just fished rockfish, had really good rock fishing. He did some half-day fishing later in the week, and so it was a little bit slower along the coast, but still caught plenty of fish. And yeah, so that's basically along the coast. There really hasn't been coverage except for rockfish, and it's been okay to decent, I would call it. Not great in most areas down here. I'm not sure what's going on, why the fish aren't biting. Well, they should be. It just might be an off couple days, but that's about it. You know, I talked to Mitch, and he looked at the water all the way from Newport to Clemente was 57, 58 degrees, so it did drop a bit after that last storm we had. I was out last Friday, and it was 61, 62 degrees. And speaking of that, so last week I talked about there's some bluefin running around up here. My buddy Bill Burge, who runs the Catalina Express out of Dana, had been in contact with me. He'd seen fish sporadically throughout the week. And then on Friday I got a message from him at about 2 o'clock that there was fish up outside of Dana. It looked like that smaller fish. Might have been the same fish that was off Ensenada a couple weeks ago, I don't know. But I left my house at 2:30, got cleared Newport Harbor at 3:30, was in the zone by 4, spent 2 hours looking around. Saw a lot of bait, a lot of birds, a lot of life. Never saw the tuna. My friend Jonathan ran down his boat, kind of worked together. One of the things that happened when they saw the fish earlier in the day, it was sunny. By the time we get out there in the afternoon, we had those scattered clouds from the incoming storm. And you guys have spent any time chasing those bluefin foamers, especially local, where that sun gets behind the clouds and those things go down. So nice to have a shot this early in the year. Like I said, 61, 62 degree water. Would have been nice to get one, but I think that info is old enough now that it's worthless. I mean, it's not like you go there and find those fish. They moved from Ensenada in less than a couple weeks, I think, so they could be anywhere now. Hopefully they'll pop back up. But it's a good sign to see those fish up here that early in the year. Yeah, that's about it. We have a day at the docks in San Diego this Sunday. I'm not going to be down there, but the guys from BDOutdoors will have a booth. Go down and say hi to them. You can go by the CCA booth, sign up for the Star Tournament. Go check out some of your favorite sport boats. Buy a boat T-shirt. Do whatever you do at Day at the Docks, and have fun doing that. Yeah, I was going to talk more about it, but the Balboa Angling Club is doing a project where they're collecting sea bass heads this year, and they're looking for those tags that they put in the ones they release, and they're actually doing a thing where if you turn in sea bass heads, you could win a prize. And since I've got the paperwork, I'll talk more about it next week. But you sea bass guys, if you happen to go out this weekend, which I doubt you will, catch sea bass, make sure you save the head for those guys. Yeah, that's about it. I'm hopefully going to fish something on Saturday. I don't know what. I've only got a few hours to fish, so I'm not going to fish the BAC Lily Call tournament they're having. So maybe just fish the harbor or something like that, stay out of the wind, and yeah, that's about it. So Katie here and I wish you a happy weekend, and good luck if you fish.